Hello, good afternoon, and welcome back to TOD Plays Games, where we are once again... Where are we? Are we Syria or are we Paris? We're Spain. None of them. We're still in Spain, with Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars Reforged. I've been having an absolute blast with this. Really enjoyed it. It's a shame we've had to miss the last couple of days. But it's nice to be back. And it looks so gorgeous. I'm so impressed with this reforging, let's say. But welcome, chat. Hope you're all well. You're having a good Friday. If it's Friday, wherever you are. And I say we just start looking for this secret well. We gotta go what is it, divination? Is that what they call it? Either way, we need a stick. And I ain't got no stick. I got a key. I ain't got no stick. There's not going to be a stick in there. Surely we can, like, shake the tree or something. Gotta be something. Surely, George, I mean... branches fall off trees all the time.
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
So you just take one, or does it have to be dry? Does it have to be a dry stick? I don't know. I've never done water divination. Hey Pan, how we doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well today. No. If you were a well, where would you be hidden? This is one of the few parts that is still... I mean, we could just close that... No, we can't close that window, can we? I don't think there's anything in here. Because you're not going to let me take that, are you? Definitely no sticks in here. Definitely no sticks in here. Good. Glad you're doing well. Yeah, I'm doing alright, thank you. It's turning out to be a fairly busy day today, though. Which wasn't exactly what I wanted, but it's how it goes sometimes. Does it have to be a hazel stick? Surely you could... You could fashion something out of anything. Fireplace. The fireplace is made up. I wonder if he's made it with... wood from the grounds. I mean, you would, right? If you... Surely you would. Gotta be the fireplace. I don't think it's a big stick. I just need a stick. Have a little wander upstairs. It is Friday, yeah. I mean, at least it's Friday. There is that. Surely, George, come on.
It was way too warm to light the fire. The fire was made up and ready, waiting for the year to turn cold.
They are well chopped.
Beside the fire was a stack of logs for fuel. Now, what would I want with a bunch of logs?
Y-shaped one. Is there a Y-shaped stick in there?
I didn't recognize any of the titles, apart from an ancient edition of Don Quixote.
That's not a Y-shaped stick. Look, we've tried, George. You're too stupid to see a Y-shaped stick. I'm not flying back to France. Yeah, I don't know either. I'm just...
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
Use metal as well. I'm half tempted to turn his hose off and then he'll help me find the well, won't he?
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
I need a stick.
I borrowed your mirror. I hope you don't mind.
No, senor. If you think it will be of help.
I
Catch you
don't,
later, Lopez.
but it gave it to me, so
Senor
I'm having it.
Stobbart.
We can't really get into his washroom either, can we?
Nope. I wasn't going to screw around with Lopez's hose, now that we were getting on so well.
Yeah, that makes sense. We definitely interacted with everything around the fireplace, didn't we? Don't want to go in there.
It was just a little utility room with no exit, unless you counted the window, and I didn't.
I remember you being able to go in there. Maybe I've got that wrong. Have you been Googling again, Pan? Have we just not been going far enough? Yeah, we've not been going far enough. Oh, for fuck! How the fuck are you supposed to see that? That is so much easier to see than that. Might just be my eyes. Honestly.
I went over to find a suitable stick. Aha!
Just yank it, George. Just yank it. Cheers, Pan. Yeah. Like, if you hover over it, you can... Yeah, no. That's ridiculously hard to see. Alright, George. Time to divine.
Maybe not.
Lopez, show me your tricks.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
Got a stick.
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand's tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Come on, George, you've got this. That's a tiny little stick. Hey, Mike, how are we doing? Nice to see you. Hope you're doing well. George, you're going over the same old ground. All the time. Try somewhere else. Here we go. Warmer. Not warmer. Why? Why would you keep your precious hose so close to where you're throwing lawn darts?
Senior Stobbart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years. Lost from the sight of man until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobbart, the loan was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way. The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It's one way to recycle, I suppose.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps. I have a really, really bad feeling about this. From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece.
You don't think? No. We're obviously not on the same wavelength, George.
A great stone lion's head, with a gaping maw full of fangs. As far as I knew, nobody had cast eyes upon it for centuries as it stood, waiting in the cool shadows. The words of the psalm kept running through my head. Save me from the lion's mouth. I could hear the sound of a lot of stone moving, and I knew I was in danger.
Senor Stobbart! Senor Stobbart! Are you all right? Senor Stobbart!
Oh, that's it. We're dead. We actually died. Amazing. Oh, I thought you'd shine the light.
From a distance,
You're gonna
the
let me
lion's
run, aren't
head
you?
had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey, one of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear, and I...
No, 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 run, run. There you go. There you go.
Oh, very funny, you psychos.
Senor Stobbart! Senor Stobbart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine.
Hey, susto nada! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars.
We still don't have a flashlight. We had a flashlight, it's disappeared. I don't know why.
I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
Oh, George, you know what I'm thinking. I'm thinking shine the light to have it. Obviously not.
I'd need tools to move all that stuff. Heavy equipment that just wasn't available.
So we can head back up. And there's a reason that you have a mirror. Maybe Lopez has a torch.
In the deep shadows, it was hard to make anything out. I wished that I had Leary's flashlight now. It just felt like a pitted stone wall. I'd almost been killed for the sake of a red herring.
We don't have a lamp, we don't have any kind of light. There's definitely something with a mirror. Oh, whoa, 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 stop, 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 stop. We have a well shaft.
It was a long way down. The brilliant midday sun shone almost directly down the shaft, and I still couldn't see the water. I'd already risked my neck with one death-defying leap in Syria. I wasn't about to push my luck again.
But if you stay there...
There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Stick the thing in the thing. For history and Nico. For Nico. That'll keep you going.
Open sesame! Another secret door!
I might die.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
Back in Nico's apartment. Yeah, the missing kids and the chess piece. Oh, what's he doing here?
George, welcome back.
Come in, George. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know.
Still don't like him. Don't like him in the second game either.
The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, Andre?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell Andre what else you found, George.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
George found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that George found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, George.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, Andre? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
George, calm down.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
It
How
did.
come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
To the Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place, inhabited by blue-painted savages.
It hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They
is
used
not
an
wrong.
extract from a plant called woad, Isetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in the wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English. How recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
Andre, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
All three of us? Not quite the getaway I was thinking.
I can't go.
Thank God.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What George is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, George.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Brilliant. Just, it's so cheesy, but it's brilliant. To Bannockburn.
Oh, it must be dawn.
Oh, I guess so. And we must be nearly there. Somewhere, out there in the dark, is Scotland. We've come a long way together to get here.
Yeah. Let's hope it was worth it.
The tickets haven't changed much in 30 years, have they?
Do you want to look after this ticket?
Not me. I don't want to get involved with the British Railways official.
Hard to believe this thing saved my life.
I'll buy you a new one when we get back.
We get back.
There's something I've been meaning to say to you, Nico.
Is this the right time and place, George?
There might not be another time. I don't want to waste this chance.
You don't need to say anything. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else. But here, with you. Now.
We're in.
You're exhausted. Why don't you get some sleep?
Sleep? At a time like this?
Excited, huh?
Would you like something to help you sleep, dearie? I've got some tablets in my bag.
Oh, no. Thank you.
Thanks all the same, ma'am.
This is well before the Dan Brown books.
I've still got the clown's nose.
So I see. You should throw it away, George.
I wonder where Khan is now.
Forget about him. He must be miles away.
I wonder if there ever was a Thomas Merlin.
Didn't I tell you? I checked. There wasn't.
The old lady reminded me of my grandmother, except, of course, that this old lady was still alive.
Oh, dark.
Pardon me?
Yes, my dear.
Do you know what time we're due in Sterling?
6:15, but we're running 8 minutes late.
What's the book you're reading?
Oh, it's something I picked up at the station. A medieval detective story. Quite well written for that kind of thing. It's been out of print for years.
What's the title of the book?
The Crooked Crusader Caper by Molly Pegram. I assumed the author was a woman, but apparently not. His real name is...
Professor Nigel Pegram.
That's right. Do you know him?
No, I never met him.
George is a great fan of his, though.
Do you know Sterling well?
Yes, I do. Is that where you two lovebirds abound?
Yeah,
It's one of the places we thought we'd see on our holiday.
Be sure to visit the castle, won't you?
Oh, I'm sure it's a neat place. But we are not really interested in history, are we, George?
No.
Good
I
cover.
suppose espresso bars and boogie-woogie are more your cup of tea.
That's right. There's nothing George enjoys more than a good boogie.
I don't want to see it.
Is there a church called St. Ninian's at Sterling?
Yes, there is, and I know why you're going there.
You do?
Of course I do. It's obvious you're in love. You're eloping, and they say romance is dead.
That's fair. Angels and Demons was 2000. 2000? I thought it was newer than that. Yeah, this was 4 years before then.
Where are you going, George?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak. L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's rail card?
I rarely travel by train. My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Sterling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
Really hamming up
I don't
the
wanna
tourism
worry.
thing.
But there was something familiar about that guy.
Are you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe. But I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
They are starting to sound like a married couple. Chewing gum, fag end. Like a train in the 90s.
Can't you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
English food's great. Better than snails.
The man's face was blotched and unshaven. I guess he'd been traveling all night. Red-rimmed eyes stared fish-like above his broken nose. Hi! Having a party?
No, this is British. Come on, join us, man. Away, Basha, wake up, man. With company.
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Excuse my mate, he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
What is that stuff you're drinking? It smells like gasoline.
Right, I'll put hairs in your chest, like.
And your eyeballs, too, by the looks of you. Do you know what this is?
No, man, what is it?
It's a hand buzzer.
You won't catch me out with that, pal.
If I'd wanted to catch you out, I wouldn't have shown it to you, would I?
Well, maybe it's his mate, pal. Like a clever double bluff, you know?
See you later. The windows seemed to have been sprayed with tiny flecks of froth.
Yeah, let's leave. Wow, this carriage is really grim. It's getting worse, this train.
It was the door to a sleeping compartment.
Where's the buffet car?
Oh, no. That gangster creep from the hotel, Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquet's murderer.
So, about that toilet.
I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
Wow, George, that escalated quickly. You've only known her for about 3 weeks.
I had a feeling that was where Nico might have been taken. Where else could she be?
Well, she's not ahead of
The
us.
door was locked.
Okay, alright.
You went open that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there.
Can I open this window? No. I need to open that window. Unless I can get in a sleeping compartment.
The door was locked. The door was locked. Guido looked like a weasel in a cheap suit. He also looked like the kind of man who wouldn't lose much sleep over murder.
Can I
Guido
get
was
past
still
him?
looking pretty menacing.
No. Can I open my window? No, it's showing the carriage out, isn't it? That's the only window we have access to. Okay. I'm sorry, my guy. That window's coming open. You got no choice.
Leave it alone, man.
Hey, buddy. Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, pal, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, wait, man, an old lady, too?
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like?
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know?
No, she's been abducted, I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like, so action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict in anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
Thanks.
See you later.
I think.
Don't do it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
It's time for that hero moment.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
Keep low, George. Keep low.
Let's talk this over like reasonable people, Eklund. I can explain everything.
We died again. This time it wasn't a door, though. That's 2 deaths by a gun, 1 death by a falling door.
Don't do it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't
I don't
intend
remember
to
the
jump. I'm going
Da Vinci
to
Code
climb
movie.
on top of the train.
I've seen it.
You're
I don't
kidding,
remember.
aren't you?
Just watch me.
Can I lunge at him? Like, I'm missing the... Not a
Hold
prompt,
on
but
there,
I'm missing
pal. I'll
that.
give you a hand, like.
No, let's... I think I'll be fine. I think I'd rather not have a hand from someone as drunk as you. Thanks. I could have sworn there was something to do with Guido.
It was a sliding door on the side of the baggage car.
No, Red, it's a time thing, and it... Fuck. Right, let's just skip all this bullshit and get back to that point. I'm gonna throw the red nose at him. He's gonna be brilliant. I mean, you'd be better off throwing the sewer key at him, but okay. Right, come on. Come on, hand. Work. Function. We gotta be quick. Fuck do you want me to do? That... I'm gonna... You were... Brilliant. You've saved it right as I die, have you? You have. Incredible. So how are we going to get around this? That'll do. Emergency brake. Is there an emergency brake there? I thought we threw something at him. I remember throwing something at someone. But again, it might be the second game. So this thing.
Hey!
That must be the real conductor. Oh, there is a brake.
Stop the train. And now,
Nice
was my
eyes,
chance.
Pan. Get the gun. Get the gun. Get the gun. Get the gun.
You saved our lives, but why?
You are always on the same side, Stobbart. Different causes, but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Demolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together. And Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields.
Which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great. A power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
How did you escape from the Bull's Head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the Bull to the village, Stobbart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness. Also, I have a sister who keeps a garage just around the corner.
Maybe not.
Just as he's dying, just put the nose on him.
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What? What is it? He's dead.
How about we save the girl? We can't save the girl.
The guy was a professional killer. The last thing he deserved was sympathy. I had to admit it, though. I was sorry he'd ended up this way. Underneath that heap of tumbled crates was Eklund. I wasn't about to help him out.
Get the gun. We can't interact with Nico at all.
Don't even think about it, George.
What? Who?
Look me straight in the eye and tell me you weren't thinking of using that axe on Eklund.
Don't be foolish, woman. I was gonna use it on you.
That was my thinking, actually.
I couldn't think of a single way the extinguisher would be of use in the absence of a fire.
Put the nose on her! Oh, I can't interact with her.
The rear exit was barred and padlocked. I couldn't think of a single way the extinguisher would be of use in the absence of a fire.
Where do you think you're going?
Don't worry, I hadn't forgotten about you.
And tell me this instant, George Stobbart.
I will, when I'm ready.
I'm ready now, am I?
I was not there, George.
No.
You took advantage Well, my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I was gonna die. I thought of all the things I'd never get to do.
Needs a
And kissing
cinematic.
you was at the top of my list.
Josh,
Uh-huh.
Josh, we've got to get off the train. Eklund could recover at any time.
So what are we waiting for?
Get the gun. You're an American, you know how to use a gun, right?
What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of
Oh, was it
him is
Flap?
well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
The train isn't moving. We could just get out. We stopped the train. Several minutes later. But the train was stopped. We can get out any exit we want. Right? That's how doors work. Not that much of a church anymore, is it?
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me
Right.
something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show him now. What's C4?
Plastic, Josh.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, Josh. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
Do you? I rather hope it did.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
What should I do with this ticket?
Throw it away next time we pass a waste bin.
I thought I'd keep it as a souvenir.
The romance was building, and then George was George. That's a cool statue. You just gonna stand there?
The stone face of the demon grinned with a horribly lifelike expression. It was so realistic, I could imagine the sculptor carving it from a live model. It was a simple cog arrangement with a handle to turn the larger wheel.
Turn it. See what happens.
The handle turned easily and the larger wheel began to revolve. Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand.
Right. Can we stick it in the hole? Of the gargoyle. No. Well, that was fun while it lasted.
Nico?
Uh-huh.
Maybe not. What are you doing?
Committing this inscription to memory.
Can you read it?
No.
What's the point of studying the inscription if you can't read it?
Because it could be important. A clue to whatever we're looking for, who knows? I might find someone in Stirling to translate it.
We don't have time to go looking for a linguist.
No? At least I am doing something positive.
What language
We're
is
having
that
it out.
inscription written in?
You're the languages student, you tell me.
It looks like ancient Norse. Maybe.
Perhaps it's in code.
I don't think so.
Norse code.
Brilliant.
I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem. The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it.
So put your jacket on it. See what happens.
The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing.
Why have I lost all my gear?
There was no way of reconnecting the handle to the cog except by welding it. Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle. No way.
Okay. What's actually going on with this door?
Above the carved cross was an indecipherable inscription. For all I knew, it could have been scribed in Gaelic. I tried pushing the panel, but wasn't surprised when it failed to move. Examining the demon more closely, I realized something about its face. It was a clever illusion. No matter where I stood, the eyes weren't looking at me. There was a simple reason. The demon didn't have any eyes.
Creepy.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket.
I just find that quite funny. I don't know why.
With the clay pipe in his mouth, he looked happy, homely, like somebody's granddaddy.
What do you think you're doing, Josh?
I wondered if there was a secret mechanism in the demon's mouth.
Maybe you should show a little more respect.
For a mythical medieval demon? Give me a break.
Okay, go right ahead. Meddle with forces you don't understand. Incur the demon's wrath and burn in hell. Just
Like
be if I care.
Dark. Quick. What about sticking that in his other eye? Well, you don't want to do that, do you? I just love the simplicity of it. Just gonna stick this in there and spin.
The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing.
You have the handbag, right?
Nico?
Uh-huh.
Close the door. No. I want to take the cog. Okay, I'm going outside. You're boring me now, Nico. This was fun while it lasted, but... So they're my two options.
There were lots of graves, some as recent as late Victorian. It looked like the locals had carried on using this place as a cemetery long after the destruction of the church. I figured Scotland had had enough trouble with Burke and Hare without me trying my hand at grave robbing. The gate, like a lot of the church grounds, was in pretty good condition. I guess the locals tried to stop it getting too overgrown.
Maybe we can interact with some of these graves. I mean, what a perfect place to hide something.
A large arch led into the tower. It was just about recognizable as the church I'd seen reflected in the chalice. Templars, Roundheads, and Cavaliers. This place has seen a lot of history.
Give me the handbag. Let's make it go boom. Finish the job that the English failed to do. Stick a pipe in the hole. Yep. I should really read the pipe, shouldn't I?
The pipe could have been anything from 50 to several hundred years old.
You're not going to let me take that back, are you? Or are you?
The cog turned freely, but nothing happened.
So you're not going to let me take it back.
The wheel had a serrated edge which meshed with the turning cog. Marks on the spindle behind the wheel suggested it once had a rope attached to it.
Give it a wiggle, George.
The wheel turned reluctantly with a creak of complaint. There was no obvious way of removing the wheel from its housing. Under one of the stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age.
Great, we're going to be rich.
It was caked with soil, but what I'd found was a small cog and spindle.
Might be getting somewhere here.
With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top.
They get everywhere.
I didn't find anything.
What are we going to do with a plastic pen top?
It was an old coin. With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place.
Alright, moment of truth, chat. Moment of truth. I'm going to stick the thing in the thing.
I pushed
give it
the
a spin.
handle into the demon's mouth. The cogs all meshed. I began to turn.
Genius. I mean, this game knows exactly the level that it's aiming for, doesn't it?
Nico?
Uh-huh.
Look what I found buried in the rubble.
It's a plastic pen top.
Yeah, amazing, isn't it? Finding something so mundane in a place like this.
Astounding. Let me know if you find any paper clips.
I will. Right, let's be sensible now. Come on, George. Stop being George.
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet? The powder spilling from the barrels reminded me of pirate stories I'd loved when I was a kid. It was gunpowder. It was definitely gunpowder, but it had solidified over the centuries it had lain here undisturbed. Nico?
Uh-huh.
It looks like the Templars got here first.
We might not be too late. There's still a chance.
I wish I had your optimism.
So do I, George. Sometimes you're so negative.
But I found a coin.
Look, I found an old coin. You think it's worth anything?
George, focus on the situation at hand, please.
What about the pipe?
Nico, I found an old clay pipe.
George, I don't care.
Come on then. She's ruining all my
Listen,
fun.
I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So, what are we waiting for? Shh! Will you look at that? Baphomet. Lobino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Rosso! Why, the double-dealing treacherous?
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true Templar. Now be quiet and watch if you wish to live much longer.
Stab him with a pen tip.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet. Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. Seven centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. As the tired millennium dies, and this world looks for new leaders, we shall not fail. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve. All will be united under the red cross of the Templars.
Look at Rosso's face.
George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood. Yeah, true.
Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn!
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary. Every great undertaking.
Join you? I'll see you in hell first.
Oh, George, I had great hopes for you. C'est la guerre est going to kill him.
Seemed like a George thing to do.
I just wanted things to be right.
Take them. Kill them.
Grab
They
the
will
damn
not
gun.
escape.
Shit. First thing I do is grab the
Well,
gun.
If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
Okay. Let me think.
George!
I was thinking.
Stay away from me!
So perish all enemies of the new Templar Order.
Why didn't you just pop the C4 when I said, pop the C4? God damn it. Right, what do you actually want me to do, game? Oh, fuck. We can skip it. It's fine.
Listen,
There's 2 Star Wars
I can
quotes.
definitely hear chanting.
You're
Of
right.
riffs on Star
I
Wars
hear
quotes.
it
Han
too.
Solo
What do you
quotes,
suppose they're doing?
specifically.
It wouldn't surprise me if they were all the...
So, shh.
Right, come on, let's skip to the bit. Oh, is this where I throw the nose at him? It probably isn't, but I'm going to try it next. Yeah, God Complex is very unhealthy.
Well, if it's going to be...
Okay.
George!
Oh no, you've got a torch. Hold on. What am I going to do with the torch?
Okay. Let me think.
Obviously not that.
George!
Is there a way of skipping all this? Because
Stay
I'm
away
dead now.
from...
So perish all.
I don't remember any of this. How have I forgotten all of this? It's not like it's new or anything.
Okay. Let me think.
Alright, so if I do anything, he throws the knife.
George!
Yeah, okay, fuck off. Weird
Stay
godman.
away from me!
So
Oh, he just automatically throws it.
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
you fools, you cannot escape us.
Go.
Stop them.
But Master,
The powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. It's over 300 years old. How explosive do you think it can be?
Kaboom.
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve. Or in her handbag, to be exact. A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
Oh.
Run, now, all of you. What's Guido doing? Typical bad guy sidekick. I remember this bit. How far underground were they?
You know, you'll never be able to write your story now.
I don't care. I've got what I want.
Huh?
Just tell me one thing, George. Is our life together always going to be this crazy?
I don't know, I've only played 2 games. Knocking the sound down. We'll let the credits play. I think this game's brilliant. But that's it, we're done. We're finished. That's the end of the adventure. I thought there'd be a little bit more than that. I didn't realise we were going straight on the train to Scotland. We died a few times, but, you know... I remember the train. I didn't remember the break, and I didn't remember the chanting. And I've played this recently as well. It's just wild what your memory forgets. I blame the drugs. But I love it. I think it's great. I think it's charming. I hope you guys have enjoyed it too. I think both you and both Pan and Mike have, which is good. And I hope everyone else has too, because it's just... There's something old world about it. It's point and click, obviously. It's an old style game. They don't make anymore. It's very 90s. The conversations, the ideas, the references, all of it is very 90s. The fact that, yeah, you're right, the fact that the plastic explosives, the C4, explodes when it lands on fire isn't a thing. But it's a thing that action movies always like to do. Yeah, it's mad. This is all the people who backed it on Kickstarter as well. And it's really thanks to them, I think, that we got this remaster, which is amazing. But yeah, it's... Well, alright, they do make them every now and then, but they were more common back then, and they're certainly not as good as these. Like, this was a golden age of point and click, I think, in the 90s. It's just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It still has all of the charm. I would have loved them to have re-recorded it, but then I think you lose something. Because obviously we're almost 30 years on, and the people who voiced the characters originally, well, may still be voice acting and doing stuff, probably sound a bit different. And they wanted to keep that originality to it, and that feel and flair that they captured so long ago. I would love them to do the others. I've played the second one. We played the second one at the start of this year, actually. That's up on the channel. That was a lot of fun. It wasn't as good. But then I've got such a special place in my heart for this. I absolutely love the first one. And we will... I think 3, they've changed the formula a little bit. I don't know about 4 and 5. I don't know much about the sequels. But I do want to play 3, 4 and 5 because we have... Is it Parzival Stone? The next one coming out at some point. They're just starting to work on now. And yeah, I need to know the story of George and Nico and where she steps in and steps out and what's going on. But there's just a charm about it. I think it's great. Locomotive is a new one. I'm not entirely sure anybody will... I was going to say nobody will remake the Leisure Suit Larry games, but I've seen something about Leisure Suit Larry recently. So maybe they are remaking it. I mean, these are the kind of games you should be remaking, not The Last of Us Part 2 for the 12th time, or whatever stupid thing Sony's wanting to do. Are they not remaking Horizon, the first Horizon, even though it's aged really well? I don't understand. If you want to remake stuff, remake the good stuff from back in the day. Don't remake the good stuff that's aged really well. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to go. I'm going to let the credits play out, obviously. That's what I like to do on this. There's no point in me reviewing it. I just tell you how much I love it, and I hope that you've got that from me playing it and my reactions, and I feel like I've just been grinning like a kid, just staring at the screen. Leisure Suit Larry Reloaded 2013. Yeah, there's something far more recently. I've seen it somewhere. Maybe have they come back on GOG or something? Not entirely sure, but I've seen it referenced somewhere, unless it was talking about this and somebody was referencing how they want a remake of it. I don't know. But guys, Mike, Pan, thank you for keeping me company in the chat, and everyone else who's dropped in and out. It's always nice to have people lurking and enjoying or having this on the background, whatever you do. So thank you all for being here. Thank you for enjoying this. Please do leave a like if you've enjoyed this. I'm going to leave the credits rolling, but I'm going to disappear. But the screen's going to go black, isn't it? How the hell am I going to do this? It'll be fine. We'll figure it out. We're back with Dragon Age Inquisition tonight, carrying on with Trespasser. Hopefully I'll see you all then from 9 PM UK time. See you all in the next one.
Hello again.
What now?
Do you know anything about medieval manuscripts?
No more than you, I'll bet.
Does this gem mean anything to you?
Aha! Is it real? It must be worth a small fortune. You stole it, I suppose.
I'm not a crook. Excuse me.
Yes, sir?
I've got a toilet chain from a bar in Syria.
No, Kitty. A toilet chain? From Syria? You sad man.
What now, monsieur?
Check out my ID card.
Your ID card, monsieur? I don't think so.
No, it's Rosso's card.
Attempting to impersonate a policeman is a criminal offense, monsieur.
Ah, forget it. Thanks for your help, buddy. Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Does the name on this card mean anything to you?
Augustin Rosso? No, dear, nothing. It conjures up the image of a Gaulois-smoking, absinthe-drinking French policeman. I'm sure the real Inspector Rosso is nowhere near so romantic.
I think you'd be surprised.